Good evening, brothers, and welcome back. I'm Bashir for TriStocks AR here. And in front of me I have a game that I've had my eye on for a while, and it's actually been out in early access on Steam for quite some time. And that's PLAYERUNKNOWN'S BATTLEGROUNds. I've held off because I am not the DayZ, HE, whatever, the one Sony makes, Rust, whatever. I've never been a big fan of these games. And not because of the concept, mostly because of the time constraints. A lot of them, there's a lot of non-action. Now, I get it. You know, in a survival game, you want to take your time. You want to be careful. You want to check your six. You want to have your head on damn swivel. The problem I had, though, was in my latter years, my timing windows for gaming is smaller. When I sit down and play, I need to be able to play in about 10 to 15 minutes. And most of those games don't fit there very well. Also, most of those were, except for the one by Sony, which is kind of from the ground up. And I apologize, I can't think of the name, HV1, whatever. It was not very good, in my opinion, but that's another story. Most of them are mods. And the problem I have with mods, I'm a huge fan of mods, actually, don't get me, I'm a huge fan of mods. But sometimes it takes a lot to get them going. And of course, you know, mod developers, you know, a lot of these guys, they're just doing it for fun, they want to see something change. And kudos to them all. They all deserve the biggest accolades for it because it's huge time constraint to do all this, and they do it out of, you know, they don't get a whole lot out of it. But on the side of the coin of that is sometimes stalling it, doing it to work, the bugginess. You know, sometimes that overhead just weighs on you, and especially as I've gotten older, I ain't got time to deal with it. It's just too much work. It reminds me a little bit. I'm a huge Linux fan. I work in Linux. I'm not a master by no means, but I would love to game in Linux. And I give credit to Steam. They've done more for Linux gaming in the last few years than most. But overall, Linux gaming is not where Windows gaming is, and a lot of times, you know, people use wine. And you'd spend 3 hours trying to get a game to work in Linux when you could just reboot it then in Windows and then play the damn game. And that's what it really comes down to. I just want to play the damn game. I want to be able to sit down and say, alright, I'm going to start this game, and I know I have about this much time. A good example is that I play, at my channel, I do a lot of War Thunder. But you can say even Armored Warfare or World of Tanks fits into this window. When you start a match, you know you have 15 minutes. That's all you got. You may live the whole 15, but you only got 15. Well, in the case of PLAYERUNKNOWN, it kind of fits in that window, in my perspective, because the game, you know, you drop in, it's 100 people, mano a mano, and you know, from a solo perspective. You only, as the player field shrinks. The time passes, the playground, the area you get to maneuver in shrinks, so it forces the player to move and think and move, because you know your time is running out. Now, from a play standpoint, this is great because I know when I start a match, you know, I could log in and die, and I'm gonna be honest, I've only played 3 times by the time I'm making this video, 3 times. But I already saw the concept really well. I could log in and I could die immediately. Or I could make it the whole way and be number 1, whatever. But the point being is that you only have a limited amount of space and time to do what you need to do. And that part kind of attracted me to it. So first, before I go into, I decided to do this video because this is kind of my little intro video. This I will definitely do more. And some of the things already have made me laugh. And I will preface all of this. That this game is early access, okay? Hands down, I know that that connotation comes with a lot of, how should I say, a lot of baggage. We all know that the Steam Early Access has not had a lot of good stuff. But I think lately, at least in my mind, it's gotten better. And maybe that's due to Steam changing some of their policies, whatever. And also, I feel lately, just to kind of preface this a little bit, I think the indie gamers are killing it. I look at, currently I'm playing Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. Beautiful game, was early access testing, probably the best shooter. I mean, I'm sorry, for $22 pre-order, $22, $25 right now if you didn't pre-order. The best shooter I've had in the turd burgers we've seen from Battlefield and Call of Duty, where you end up investing 120 plus fucking dollars. Battlefield or Rising Storm 2, Vietnam, $25. You spend more than that in coffee every day. You know it. You know it. So, here we are. Another indie developer, and I have to immediately. I can tell you right now, these guys. I mean, I don't know if you want to say indie, but again, they're small. They're not the AAA guys. They're not EA. They're not BioWare. You know, Bethesda and their whole crap for me. It's making us sick. These guys feel like they put more effort in, and already, even though, and I'm going to rail on a couple things on this game from a graphics perspective, but overall, it deserves every kudos it's got. That I heard about it, I just dragged my feet a little bit because I was like, I don't know, I don't like the DayZ thing because of the, but no, they definitely deserve it. Kudos to the indie developer. In fact, I'm thinking about doing a little kind of a thing on just indie, kind of the games I'm playing right now all fall into that kind of paradox of indie developer or small house developer. So anyway, enough on that. The first thing I'm going to go on is, of course, the game looks really good, especially here in the lobby. It always looks good in the lobby. You don't have to worry about frame rate in the lobby. This runs on the Unreal Engine 4. Okay, so the Unreal Engine 4. Okay, so we all know Epic Games. Epic makes the Unreal Engines, and they make some phenomenal engines. But the first time, every time I hear Unreal Engine, I think of texture popping, and this game shows it, and it's still an issue. And I'll admit, I'm going to preface all this. My PC is getting long in the tooth. I'm probably definitely due for an upgrade. I'm pushing my hardware now to play a lot of the stuff I like at max setting, and this one shows it. However, this is early access. I feel that hopefully they will fine-tune this. But out of the box, I would say from a PC gamer, I am a PC gamer. I don't play the shitbird consoles. I don't care about your Xbox X's and your PS4 Pros. At the end of the day, their specs barely beat an i3. Okay? They are cut down. I don't care. But people can have them if they want. But at the end of the day, so when I log in as a PC gamer, the first thing I go and look at is how I can set up my graphics. And I'm going to be right up front with you. This is pretty fucking weak. In fact, this is just disgusting. I kept looking for an advanced setting. Maybe I'm missing it. I don't know. Yeah, this is something that I would expect to see on an Xbox One or a PS4. Where is I want to get down to the nitty gritty. I want to adjust the grass blades, okay? This is pretty weak. So, what this instantly tells me a lot of times is that they plan to port this to console. And they don't want to have to piss around with making a PC version centric versus a console centric. Luckily, for us PC gamers, it did start on the PC, and they will get the best development experience there. And we all know this, recently, E3 this month, just a couple days ago, whatever, they announced exclusive to the Xbox One. I'm so sorry. Whatever. But at the end of the day, that this right in front of me is pretty weak. I don't even consider that option. That's just like seriously. Outside of that, though, I mean, it does look pretty decent, and I'm gonna put max, maybe not max. I don't know. I got custom running, and I'll be honest. I do have some lag. I do have some. I think. Now, we don't want to say lag in the sense of network lag. We want to say lag from the video. And again, part of it, probably my PC is starting to feel a little bit of choke. Another part is optimization. I've only played the game 3 times. My first time I didn't record. I wish I had, because it's been my best round so far. I'm playing how that works. Never played the game, and I made it to, I think it was in the 20s. And then I crashed due to low memory. So it popped up and said, "You're out of memory." And I went, "Bullshit. How did you eat 32 gigs of RAM?" So I assume there's probably memory leak, because the last 2 rounds also. I died, but when I went back to the lobby and started another round, instantly it kicked me and told me I was out of memory. So I assume there's some kind of memory leak. And again, I'm going to it's early access. I get it. I accept that when I bought it. I accept that risk, okay? You know what? It's the part of the roll the dice. If you don't want to roll the dice, don't go for the early access. I get it. And I'm sure they'll fix it. So in the lobby, it looks good. In the game world, I would say right now, it looks good, but it feels a little, and again, there's 100 players, but the world feels a little sparse. And again, to be fair, that's probably intentional a little bit, for certain items, but I meant just environmentally, it doesn't feel natural. But again, as I've always said, kind of graphics is in the eye of the beholder a little bit. One guy can look at a game and go, "That is the best looking game on the planet," and another person goes, "It looks like shit." So in this case, maybe I'm a little harsh or judgmental. I have been playing Rising Storm 2 Vietnam, and when I get down in the grass, it's like, holy crap, I can't see what I'm looking at. And I've also been playing another one, which I plan on doing some videos on, called Squad, which will just blow your mind. But at the same token, again, I'm not downing this game at all. In fact, it's actually really cool. At the end of the day, I'm kind of really pumped that I bought the game today. But anyway, I just wanted to give my thoughts on that. I don't have much more thoughts on that, on the gameplay itself, because I'm still new to the game. But it's definitely intriguing. Again, I like the time window it gives me. It's about perfect. Anyway, so that's kind of my thoughts. I'm going to roll some video here, show you my next 2 turns. Like I said, my first playthrough, I made it into my 20s, and then it crashed, and I just about like, oh my god, you're killing me here. And the next 2 times, I died just because, I'm not new. I should know better. I'm former infantry. Check your 6 all the time. I got killed because I realized somebody came up behind me. And then the 3rd time I got killed because I'm just a dumbass. I'm a complete other dumbass. But anyway, hey, you know what? Give me your thoughts. As always, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Again, I plan on doing a lot more on this. This is good. This is good. And again, it's early access. I just hope that the developer doesn't forget where the roots are. Okay? And what I mean by that, I know they're getting chunks of money now from Microsoft. Let's be honest. They got the exclusivity, getting chunks of money from Microsoft. Don't get wrapped up into that console shit, okay? Come back to your roots. Remember who got you where you are, okay? The PC guys, we got you where you are. Let's do it, okay? Anyway, so let's roll some video. And as always, remember, I hope Odin welcomes you to Valhalla. What? Yep. Only my second time playing this game. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Team there. We were there last time. Then crashed. So we can bitch. Do not jump out of the